Hello and welcome to The Wicked Truth. I am Vid and I am Wicked. Today we have a very special Kundalini yoga set for you. It was recorded this morning by my friend Andrew, and it is a special type of yoga that you use to build your aura, your Kundalini, to make it rise up your spine and to raise your consciousness. Onto the video. It's 19 minutes long. Don't be afraid by the length. There's a lot of explanation, and especially at the end, I do a small interview with Andrew to explain exactly what the system is. So enjoy the video, and please let me know what you think about it in the comments. Take care. Bye.
Okay, so I'm going to show you the posture and the breathing rhythm for what's called the aura building set, or basic breath of fire, Agni Pranayam. So the hands, the fingers go to the heart line, which is the top line on in your palm. You squeeze that. The thumbs go straight up in the air. Like if you do this, 60 degrees, thumbs straight up, and hold. You're stimulating the heart and the lung meridians. This is fire breathing. The belly is relaxed, the breaths are deep. When you finish, 3 to 5 to 11 minutes, you inhale up, the thumbs touch at the top of the head. Exhale, the palms open. Inhale up, thumbs touch. Exhale, palms open. Inhale up, exhale, palms open. Now the full fire breathing set is you start off with, the aura building set is 3 minutes in this position. And 3 minutes in this position. In this position, the hands are open, the fingers are spread wide, the palms are pulled back. Again, 45-degree angle from the body, this. Right? Then the last posture is the hands extend out. So this works on the arc line, the line that goes, the part of your aura that goes across the top of the head. It brightens it, strengthens it, right? So again, you're gonna do 3 minutes here, 3 minutes here, and then you do 3 minutes here, and then the final 2 minutes, you're gonna bring the hands here at the heart in beggar meditation, right? So it's here, 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 and you bring it to the heart. When you're doing this final one, you're going to make a sankalpa, or a resolve. So it looks like this. The end. Breathe in, squeeze the energy, press the palms together as hard as you can. Exhale. Do that 3 times. Relax.
Can you explain how many minutes in each position?
So 3 minutes in this position, 3 minutes in this position, 3 minutes in this position, and 2 minutes here. So that's 11 minutes total.
Okay, can you explain fire breathing?
Fire breathing, Agni Pranayam. It is, you relax the belly and let the breath become like a bellows, right? I'm breathing very deeply, but I'm also breathing rapidly. The faster you go, it still maintain the deep breathing. You relax the stomach, relax the diaphragms, and let the pumping action of the breath. And it heats up the body, it circulates, it creates peripheral circulation. It's one of the techniques we use in Kundalini Yoga to circulate the energy.
How much do you breathe from your belly as opposed from your chest?
It's all in the belly. I mean, it goes into the chest, but really what you're doing is you're allowing the breath to sink down into the lower diaphragm. It's really working that. And most of us have no problem breathing in our chest. We breathe in our chest all day. It's learning to let the breath sink into the lower diaphragm. And it's learning to coordinate that.
Now you're currently sitting in a half lotus or half Padmasana position.
Yes. You can do this in full lotus as well.
Yes, so now many people aren't able to sit like this. What is the advice you give to people who can't sit in a
full lotus is here.
Full lotus or half lotus?
If you can bring one foot on top of the other and do that. There's another way where you can bring one in and bring one in front, like this. And the idea is to keep the spine straight.
But what about sitting on your knees?
You can sit on your knees, you can get a cushion and put between your legs so you can sit this way, you can sit this way. Whatever's comfortable. You want to be able to maintain the position for 3 minutes to 11 minutes to 31 to 62, right? The amount of time, the more time you put in, the more you get, the more benefits you get.
Perhaps you can do just go through the set, each position just for a few seconds, but facing to the side so people can see what it looks like from the side.
So the first position, again, fingers curled to the heart line, right? Thumbs go straight up, hands go out at 60 degrees. This part of your palms are flat. You're stimulating the heart meridian here and the lung meridian here while you're pumping the breath. Position 1. Position 2, the hands are open wide. The elbows pull naturally into the side of the body. The hands pull here. You're spreading the fingers so that you're again stimulating the pericardium, the triple heater, the lung, the heart. Vibrating there. Same thing when you're extending. You're really extending out through the middle finger. Opening, lifting up with the chest. So you're expanding the aura. You're creating a powerful charge in the arc line. And you're bringing it back in, and you're setting a will or intention. This mudra, it's called the beggar's mudra. But you're creating a chalice in the heart. You're filling it with your intention, and you're also asking the divine to fill it as well. At the end, taking the palms, pressing together, squeezing the energy in each cell, each molecule, each atom of your body. Exhale and relax. Do that 3 times. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, inhale, exhale. That's it.
Can you tell us a little bit about where these practices came from, how you learned them, and
the principles of all these practices came from Kundalini Yoga, as it was taught by Bhajan Singh Khalsa, Yogi Bhajan. He was a master of Kundalini Yoga that came to the United States in 1969, and he was the first person to really start teaching a lot of these techniques openly to the general public. He was a master of Ayurveda and Kundalini Yoga and Hatha Yoga, and he created a system of Kundalini Yoga for the masses. Before that, it was a very closed-door disciple type of situation where you had to train in Hatha Yoga and other types of yoga for many years before you could find a teacher that would teach you Kundalini Yoga. Yogi Bhajan saw that there was a need for this technology to come out to the general public, so he brought it to America and started teaching openly in the late 60s, early 70s.
Okay, so this is one of my concerns. Obviously, you've been here and you've been teaching me a few things. Now, people watching this on YouTube or on Facebook, etc., what advice do you have for them about how many times to do this, when to do it?
I say seek out it. If you're the Kundalini Yoga has become very popular around the world. In most places in Europe or America, even here in Dubai, there are qualified teachers of Kundalini Yoga. You can get the manuals and the books, and they lay out the principles of how many minutes of things. And always pay attention to your own body. If you start to feel dizzy or you start to feel too much energy moving in your body, stop, rest, take Shavasana.
And what's the best time to do this? Morning, evening, lunchtime?
Anytime, the time you'll do it.
And is it better to do it before your yoga or workout session or after?
This is a really good way to charge the energy before you do qigong or yoga, but it's also a good way to set the energy after you've done that practice, after you've opened up the body, doing postures and things like that. This is also it's a good precursor and it's a good post-yogic workout as well.
And what's the whole what's the whole session called? What do you call this?
Well, this is a variant on the set to build the aura. All of these things are, when you understand the principles behind Kundalini Yoga, you understand that you're putting pressure on the glandular system, you're using the breath to charge the etheric body and the auric field around you. These positions are charging the arc line, the auric field around you.
Final question before we move on. Can you just describe the basic differences between, let's say, Hatha Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, and maybe some other types of yoga? Just because I know it used to confuse me a lot. You just see all this Shivananda, you see Ashtanga, you see Vinyasa, and people are like, what is all this? What is the differences between
all yoga is Kundalini Yoga, in that the object of yoga is to create union between the mind, the body, and the self. And it is a tool of awareness. The path is awareness. These are all tools of awareness. The thing that makes Kundalini Yoga, as Yogi Bhajan taught it, distinct is the way that he used the breath and the mudra, mantra, and body postures to put pressure on the nervous system in a certain way as to stimulate the Kundalini and to eventually cause the Kundalini energy to rise up the spine. All yoga has that point. All yoga is to create union or awareness. All yoga, and the energy that lies dormant, the Kundalini, that lies dormant at the base of the spine, is part of that energetic awareness and awakening. So in that sense, all yoga is Kundalini Yoga. It's very much a lineage. So lineage is very important in yoga because you have these different traditions, you have different teachers that focused on different things, they had different stages of enlightenment, and they had different karmic missions. So these are the main variants of these different types of yoga, and you'll find that you have an affinity for certain teachers or affinity for certain practices. Certain people like the intensity of Kundalini Yoga. They like the very fast track of you can really feel these techniques as they work in the nervous system. I encourage anyone who chooses to follow the yogic path to read and study on their own and find a qualified, competent teacher that they respect and who can help guide them through certain pitfalls and things like that.
What is the Kundalini?
The Kundalini there's a lot of debate about it, but Kundul means coil, right? So the Kundul is like the rishi knot. It was like the rishi knot that yogis wore on the top of their head. It means spiraling, and it's an energy that is in the nadi system. It also has a physical component. It has an etheric component. It's an energy system that's contained within all the bodies. It moves up and through the chakras, it moves up the spine, it moves through the different nadis that are contained in the Sushumna nadi, the main channel, the central part of the spine. And the goal of Hatha Yoga, the goal of all of these yogas is to condition the body so that the Kundalini can flow freely. And once the Kundalini flows freely, you have full access to your awareness, different organs of perception that are not normally awakened in most humans.
Mm-hmm. So, if I get this right, essentially, when you said nadis are like
energy channels.
The energy channels.
Some of them are in the body, some of them are off the body.
Yeah, and essentially, it's like your nervous system, or parallel to your nervous system.
It is your nervous system, yes. There are 5 koshas or shis, and each one of those has a subtle energy system, just the way our physical body does. And they're all correspondent. You don't have, there's no separation between the shis or koshas. They're just varying degrees of subtlety in the energy field.
Okay, so from my understanding, and once I just say my part, you can correct it or add to it. Essentially, Hatha Yoga is a more physical yoga. So what you're doing is, most of us in our modern lifestyles have very stiff bodies, and through eating wrongly and holding wrong postures, a lot of our muscles and nerves are kind of blocked through a bad lifestyle. And what we do with Hatha Yoga is kind of strengthen the body, straighten out the muscles, get them relaxed, supple, etc. And when your body is in a better condition and more flexible and freely flowing, you can then use this kind of Kundalini techniques to work on the more subtle aspects of moving actual energy in your body around, up and down your spine, to achieve different effects and to enhance your awareness and your consciousness. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's an oversimplification of it, but yeah, it's essentially right.
Okay. Anything you want to add to that? Or?
Just that you know, the goal of all yoga is to create union between the mind, the body, and the self, and yogic science differentiates between those. And it gives techniques for creating that union. And the path itself is awareness. So these are all tools on the path of awareness.
Let's, before we close the video, it's moving on to 16 minutes, and nowadays people don't have an attention span of past like 3 minutes. So what do you say to the skeptic, to the Western science-based, kind of person who may be listening to things like we're talking about aura, energy, nadis, and these kind of words that we're using, and you have your normal Western-based person who says these people are just talking nonsense.
Well,
you can just go to the gym and go for a run and swim, who needs all this nonsense?
Well, modern science has now proven what yogic science has been saying for over 50,000 years. You have people like Dr. Valerie Hunt at UCLA, who was a kinesiologist who documented using radio telemetry technology the subtle energy bodies. You have Carillion photography that has documented it. You have universities in India like the Bihar School or Vivekananda Kendra that have applied yogic science departments that have been doing scientific experiments on yogis. Harvard Med did a series of experiments in the 1950s with several yogis, including Swami Rama, Swami Sivananda, Swami Shivananda. They came and submitted themselves to Western scientific testing, and these, the results of these are very well documented and very well known. Yoga is not a religion. It is a philosophy and a science. And you have a body of knowledge that's been accumulated at least over the last 50,000 years, and the results are reproducible. If you do these techniques with the right focus and the right practice, you will get tangible results.
Cool. So to all my followers and listeners, I think today's video was very special. Please follow. We'll be making more videos with Andrew in the future. He's off to Thailand today to continue some work down there, and he'll be back in June, July, and we'll make some more videos. I have up online, in line, we've done some Qigong videos and some yogic videos for opening up the spine. So those will be coming in a few days or weeks. So look out for that. Until then, this is The Wicked Truth. Come here for original, stimulating, and non-standard content. Take care and see you. Bye.